So Jeff Van Gundy said this weekend, he suggested that, they trade LeBron. You have to put it on the table. I'm for hearing anything. I thought the big story of the weekend, though, Chris, and it didn't get a lot of publicity. Brandon Ingram, it has been discovered, has a medical issue, which is the same Chris Bosh had, which I believe takes Brandon off the trade market. No general manager, I think, is going to trade for him. So that's an asset. Lonzo Ball is now same day announced out for the year. He's missed as many games as he's played in 2 years. We thought at the trading deadline that Lonzo was starting to play well and Ingram were assets. I would argue today one is off the trading market and the other with another serious injury is a C to C- player who I'm not sure can stay healthy. That leads me to believe this, Chris. You can't trade for Anthony Davis. They don't have enough assets.
You still can, and here's why. From what I've been told, New Orleans is really looking at Boston's offer. Like, that's what they're waiting for, even more so than Zion. If New York gets the number one pick, they're more in on what can we get from Boston. But if Kyrie leaves the Celtics, I think Danny Ainge would be out of his mind to give up Jason Tatum and picks and, Jaylen Brown, whoever their package would be around Tatum for Anthony Davis and what's likely a one-year rental. Like, if they have Kyrie, then, yeah, you could probably keep Anthony Davis for the long haul. But if you don't have Kyrie, I'm not giving up all – because I'm still going to be good without Kyrie. I may not be a championship contender, but I'll still be a really good team that can go deep in the East, and, who knows what can happen with
Anthony Davis said he would listen to anybody. Are we sure that it's only Boston and the Lakers? What if somebody...
No, the Knicks would be in there, and he's not going to all 20... Like, he's not open to all 29 teams.
Is he open to 6, 7?
I think it's still Lakers, Knicks, and Celtics aren't... I don't know how open he is to them if Kyrie's not there. So, I look, if Kyrie leaves and Boston doesn't offer a great package, if the Knicks don't get the number one pick and therefore don't offer Zion, then who's giving up a better deal than the Lakers for what likely may be a one-year rental? And don't think Rich Paul and company won't tell teams, look, he's not staying. Because they're already saying they're not going to tell anybody he's definitely staying long-term. He's going to be a free agent wherever he goes. Now, if he goes to the Lakers, he would stay, but that's the challenge for teams. So I don't think they're out of it. Look, Kuzma, whatever this lottery pick is, Lonzo, that's not bad. You throwing more than that,
Anthony
too. Anthony
Davis?
Hey, the Brandon Ingram, first of all, obviously we're prayerful for his health and all that because that's a terrible situation. But it does kill his trade value.
Okay, that's
even Chris Bosh came back and played.
But it doesn't mean
and then it happened again. And so no team wants that possibility of recurrence. So we just hope it's not as bad as it possibly could be.
So I'm a believer in connecting the dots. So 4 months ago, Draymond Green had a public spat. Draymond's an average player, had a public spat with a legend and called him out. Legends keep score. Michael did, Kobe did, LeBron does. So if an average player publicly outs me...
You think he's only average? This year.
Draymond's become an average player.
This year he's been down. Okay.
So an average player talks trash and gets personal with KD. About 3 weeks later, you just start hearing all these KD rumors. KD's interested here. KD's interested. My belief is it's a power play, that Kevin Durant is letting it known, I'm not totally happy here. Then a video surfaces this weekend of Steve Kerr, and I'm not a lip reader, but it wasn't hard to figure out what he was saying. He said, I'm so blanking sick of Draymond. I think Draymond's the odd man out. Stars connect with stars, relate to stars, and support stars. We were talking about the old Entourage thing. There's after a while in Entourage, Turtle was still a big deal. And then there was who was the guy that became kind of the odd man out? He was Drama. Johnny Drama became kind of like,
right.
Draymond's becoming Johnny Drama, where I think Kerr's tired of him. I know KD's tired of him. And frankly, he's an average player.
Look, of the 4 stars, and not including DeMarcus, right? He's certainly the most expendable. And if KD goes to the front office, or his agent does, and says, look, he'll stay if you get rid of Draymond. Oh, there's no doubt you choose KD over Draymond. That said, I'm not necessarily looking to get rid of Draymond. Like, if KD doesn't say that and he's leaving regardless or staying regardless, I'm not looking to get rid of Draymond. I understand his value. Now, look, his body may be breaking down a little bit. Obviously, he's, got his temperament is what it is. But Draymond is important to that team defensively, and he's not what he used to be. That's part of their problems defensively, is he's a little bit on the decline. His shooting has been down. It's been terrible from three-point range.
Terrible.
And that's why Steph hasn't played as well lately, because teams are just sagging off of Draymond, giving him the 3, and you can focus on the other shooters. But it's not to a point where I don't think Draymond can kind of get back or some of that and shoot the ball better in the future. If KD leaves, then I'm not trying to get rid of Draymond.
But if he doesn't
leave, if he's, again, if KD makes it a point, then I'm choosing KD any day of the week. I can find somebody who can defend, maybe not as good as Draymond, but who can be a good defensive player. Now, it's going to be tough to replace his playmaking and his passing and running offense, but Steph is a great passer. KD can pass the ball. I could do it. So I'm with you.
It seems to me these rumors of KD started about 2 weeks after that public outing.
Well, but remember, there was a lot of talk even before the season that this could be his last year there. There was talk about him maybe wanting to go to New York. Here's what I hope happens.
If a double-A shortstop walked up to A-Rod in his prime and talked trash, legends.
Now he's just a double-A shortstop. He's probably going to be, he might be a Hall of Famer. Now, let me tell you what I hope, what needs to happen this summer. The best case scenarios this summer for the NBA. Kyrie and KD go to New York. New York gets the first pick and keeps Zion. Okay?
Okay, then it's fascinating.
AD goes to the Lakers. Okay, Anthony Davis. Klay stays in Golden State. Kawhi either stays in Toronto or goes to the Clippers. My point is, can you imagine now all of a sudden you probably got 7 teams on the same level? Philadelphia, Milwaukee,
Boston,
New York, then Boston and Indiana still, Toronto still in the East.
I don't disagree.
That would be awesome for the league.
But I don't think it's going to happen. But I do think it's a great.
You don't think KD's going to New York now?
I've said it before. I'll believe it when I see it.
Because of the media. I've been told that, I'm not saying Kyrie and KD aren't going to New York, because they very well may. But I have been told that they are looking closely at the media hype. Obviously, they're sensitive. They got rabbit ears. And they're looking at the media attention that you get when you play in New York. Just taking it into consideration.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from The Herd, or go watch a few segments from other shows on FS1.